I guess being a YouTuber, we need to talk about the 15th Doctor's costume. Hello everyone, welcome back to another Doctor Who related video. In today's Doctor related video, I've come dressed for the occasion. We're talking about Ncuti Gatwa's costume. And that's basically that. This is what this video is. I'm going to give you my 2 pennies worth on what I think of the 15th Doctor's outfit. Is it a good fit? Is it a bad fit? We'll find out. Because this costume has been quite split. Some people like it, some people hate it. We'll find out where I fall. And to be honest, most bits of news now, people are kind of at each other's throats. But hey, we're civilised here, and we'll discuss it in a formal manner, hopefully. Yeah. So the outfit was revealed in quite an unconventional way to what we've seen, and that's very much what we're getting with RTD2. We're getting, you know, like Ncuti Gatwa's announcement being on Instagram. No big song dance, it's just like, here's your new Doctor, he's on Instagram. There we go, Ncuti Gatwa is the new Doctor. So the Russell T Davies stuff is very much, RTD2 I should say, is using social media as its platform to announce these things. And yeah, we got a little short video of Millie Gibson as Ruby Sunday, and then we spun around and there was Ncuti Gatwa in his 15th Doctor's outfit. Which, you know, I think is quite a nice little cool thing, because YouTube Shorts seem to be like a big thing YouTube are pushing now, and it seems like a big sort of thing to utilise. So what do I make of the actual costume itself? Well, I quite like it. It's like the 15th Doctor's raided my own wardrobe. As you can see, orange jumper and the brogue boots. He's not stolen from a hospital this time, the Doctor, he's stolen them from my wardrobe. So I'm a big fan of it, because it's got like a bit of a Christopher Eccleston feel, but it's kind of like a casual everyday man, but the Doctor can sort of blend in to his surroundings. But there's some nice sort of eccentric little twist to it, with like the rings and there's sort of nail art there. I will be honest, I was expecting something a little bit more out there, because it's Ncuti Gatwa. The man can pull anything off. So I was expecting something quite bright and colourful, because if you've seen his character Eric in Sex Education, he's quite a bright, colourful character, wearing quite sort of African, sort of bright coloured print stuff, you know, to sort of celebrate that character's African heritage. So I was expecting something quite bright and colourful, and I'm sure we'll see variations of this costume. But I have to say, I'm quite a fan. I like the sort of understatement, sort of minimalist nature of it. A bit like Peter Capaldi's. It's sort of that smart, casual vibe. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. The costume itself, if you're a cosplayer, I think it will set you back about 1,400 quid. So good luck to you. I'm sure there are cheaper alternatives like orange jumpers, and I guess you can find a pair of brogue boots for not costing 300 quid. But yeah, I really like the costume. So if we sort of do a little bit of a dissection of it. So the costume is this sort of big brown overcoat, and you can sort of see that David Tennant might have sort of inspired Ncuti Gatwa, because if you've seen the little videos of him promoting the show about what Doctor Who is, he's a big fan of Series 2, because he's talking about like the Beast and stuff, and you can see David Tennant's Doctor might have had a bit of an influence there. Big brown overcoat, it's very Doctor-y, with sort of a plaid sort of print on it. The big brown overcoat also gives me sort of a Tom Baker vibe, with like when you see like him promoting Doctor Who, he'd have this sort of big sort of check sort of tweedish overcoat on, so it sort of has like a hark back to sort of casual Tom Baker promoting Doctor Who, as well as David Tennant, really. So yeah, it's alright really. And it's interesting that all the Scottish Doctors now have gone for this sort of plaid check motif. So like Sylvester McCoy, the trousers were check. David Tennant didn't have sort of the sort of check motif in his original costume, but the 14th Doctor now has sort of the plaid trousers and sort of waistcoat. And obviously Peter Capaldi in Series 9 incorporated sort of the check trousers to harken back to 60s Doctor Who. So it's quite interesting that the Doctors of the Scottish it's interesting that the Scottish Doctors have gone sort of the plaid motif, and I guess McCoy pushed it a little bit further with a tartan scarf in Time the Rani as well. So yeah, plaid sort of print on it, which is sort of very reminiscent of like Peter Cushing. He's got a little moustache, so it harkens back to Peter Cushing. So Peter Cushing's Doctor is finally getting a bit of love there by an actual doctor's costume, which is all very cool. Yeah, the trousers, very sort of Sylvester McCoy vibe, I get that off it. The boots have sort of a Capaldi feel, that sort of, instead of like a black Doc Marten, you've sort of got the big chunky sort of chucker brown brogue boots, which are very cool, if you can't tell already. But yeah, I really like the sort of smart little casual nature to it. I think that it's got a very nice sort of doctor-y silhouette, and I can't wait to see it in action. That's all I can really say. The orange jumper is a nice pop of colour. It really sort of makes the outfit sort of spark. It feels quite autumnal. I feel like I'm becoming a fashion guru. I am Gok1. I don't know. But I think that it's a really nice sort of casual outfit. It's sort of got, like I say, a Christopher Eccleston feel to it, but it's sort of minimalist. It sort of blends into its surroundings. It's quite timeless, and I think that it's really cool, and I look forward to seeing the variants. I think there's some necklaces there as well. So Ncuti Gatwa's definitely adding some bling to it, to add a bit more colour to it. But I really like it. I like the sort of plaid coat and the trousers. It just feels quite smart and formal. Yeah, definitely not what I was expecting for Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor. I was expecting something quite bright, colourful, out there. And I'm sure as time goes on we'll get that. He's the first Doctor to have like a moustache, really. I know John Hurt had like a little goatee and stuff, but yeah, the Doctor's rocking the facial hair now. And maybe as the time goes on, that moustache is going to get bigger. Instead of like doing a John Pertwee, Peter Capaldi where the hair gets bigger, the moustache just gets bigger and more eccentric. That'd be quite an interesting, cool thing to see. But yeah, overall, I'm a fan of this outfit. Seeing the photos of Millie and Ncuti together, I just get such a warm, fuzzy feeling about it, because it just gives me that sort of Series 5 feel to it when you saw Matt Smith and Karen Gillan there just relaxing in their costumes. You're like, yeah, you can already tell that these two have got such a great dynamic, and it's infectious, and I think their dynamic on screen is going to be brilliant, and I can sense that they are going to be a wonderful TARDIS team. So 15th Doctor's costume gets a massive thumbs up for me. I think that it's a real nice, smart costume, really. Not much all you can say about it other than I'm excited. I'm sure we'll see variants of it. It'd be interesting to see if this is going to be like the definitive look, whether we'll see little changes, whether the jumper will change, we'll see shirts added to it. But yeah, I like the sort of smart casual nature. It's one what I think you can easily cosplay, you know, just get a brown jacket, orange jumper, some check trousers, some brown boots, and you are the 15th Doctor. So despite it costing a heck of a lot of money, because I think the coat's like 300 odd quid, 400 quid, it's mental. I think the trousers were like 200 quid. So I think you can do this on a budget, this cosplay. But if you're into screen accuracy, then good luck finding and sourcing these things. But yeah, overall I like the outfit. I think that it's got a real nice vibe to it, and I can't wait to see it in action, because I think that it cuts a sharp silhouette, and I think that, you know, we're going to see it evolve as time goes on, really. So yeah, that is my thoughts on the 15th Doctor's costume. Not too much to say, because I'm no sort of costume analyst or whatever. I just go, that's really cool, I see the Doctor in it, I'm happy for it. I'm looking forward to seeing it in action. And yeah, roll on Ncuti Gatwa's era as the 15th Doctor, because I'm sure it's going to be one hell of a ride. It's going to be fierce, I'm sure. And yeah, there we go. If you've enjoyed this video, then please do like and subscribe. There's plenty of Doctor related content on the channel. Currently there's a Regeneration advent calendar. Me and Luke will be covering all the post-regeneration and regeneration stories from 10th Planet to Power of the Doctor. I think today is the 11th hour, so check it out. It's a fun one, and yeah, we'll see you next time. So thank you very much for watching this video, and goodbye.